Another. If this is also your problem, you need to watch this video. So the only problem I've had with growing parsley over the years is rot. And I want to discuss possible reasons your parsley plant is rotting and how to stop it. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie. I've been growing parsley for 10 years plus now, and the only problem I've had with it is rot. And I know why my parsley plants are prone to rot. That's because the region where I am, the wet seasons are more than the dry seasons. It rains practically every day here. But there are other reasons why your plant is rotting, and that is what I want to share with you in this video. First of all, when your parsley plant has gotten to this stage, there is no remedy. It's all over for that plant, so just uproot it. The good news is you do not have to wait till it gets to this level. There's a way you can tell if the plant is about to have root rot, and you can rescue your parsley plant. So the very first sign of danger is yellowing of leaves. When the leaves, especially the ones at the bottom, the mature leaves, when they start to turn yellow, you know that your plant is giving you, this is the first sign that your plant will give you. This happens because root or stem rot will stop the plant from absorbing water and nutrients effectively. So the sign that comes after it is when the plant starts to wilt, especially when the soil is wet. First of all, how to avoid rot in parsley plants. What you should do is stop watering when you've noticed that your plant is giving you signs of rot. Remember, I said the first sign is yellowing of leaves. Trim off affected plants. In fact, parsley wants you to harvest the older leaves to give room for the new ones to grow. Check your soil. One thing about parsley is very choosy when it comes to soil. You do not want to plant your parsley in a soil that is too tight, too compact. You want to plant parsley in a very loose soil. I'm going to show you the type of soil that parsley likes. This soil could slightly be part of the problem. So I'm going to change my plant location. Now that I've noticed the first sign of parsley rot, I'm going to try to move my plant to a better place. So if you've planted in a soil that is not so loose, you can still rescue your plant by moving it. How do you know that your soil is not so loose? That's when you water. It takes time for the water to go down. So let's move the plant. Yes, you can always move your matured parsley plant if you've noticed the first sign, so that you can rescue it. If you've also planted in a pot, you want to repot your parsley, give it a good trim out the old leaves and change the soil. Put it in a loose soil. You can do a mix of sandy and loamy soil. Just let it be light so that when you water, it can drain easily. So the next thing that can affect your parsley, that can cause root rot, is not enough sunlight. Parsley loves direct sunlight, so do not even plant it in a shaded corner. Give it about 6 to 7 hours of sunlight a day. Catching parsley rot early and doing all of these things give your parsley plant a better chance of recovery. Parsley will never thrive in soggy soil. Parsley doesn't like wet soil. Parsley loves a loose soil and little water. Water your parsley plant only when the surface of the soil has dried up. You can tell that your plant will survive if the root is still white and fresh. Although you may find some brownish spots on the root. If I wasn't doing this right now, I probably would have lost my plant in about a week or two away from today. Now, this is the root system of a rotting parsley plant. Imagine growing healthy parsley and harvesting and even taking pictures and showing off on the gram, and all of a sudden it just starts to wilt, and then that's it. That's the end of the parsley plant. It's so devastating. I remember planting, having a lot of parsley plants. I think I had about 8 or 9 in the garden, and now I from 8 turned to 5 because they just started rotting, and then all I have in the garden now that is big is 2. So I went into the roots with my scissors, trying to trim off bad root system that I have noticed, and also I noticed that each um, this particular plant had clusters of new parsley plants, so it feels like new plants can actually be gotten out of this one parsley. It can be propagated. So before I go on, let me ask you the issues you've always had with parsley, because this, since I started growing parsley, this is the only issue I've always had. I just know that parsley loves a lot of nutrients, direct sunlight, and little water. So you know that bad weather can never stop me from growing parsley. Parsley has a lifespan of 2 years. That means if you plant one parsley plant, you can be harvesting from it for 2 years. Yeah, so the first year you're just going to be taking abundance of leaves, and parsley wants you to harvest it. Take out the old leaves and give room for the new ones to grow. You can see how they grow in clusters. So that's how fast, and parsley grows very fast. So the second year, if you're lucky enough, if you do not lose your plants to rot, like I always do, even though I enjoy the benefits of growing parsley at home for months. I've had parsley plants that have stayed up to 9 months. And the only way I keep losing them is to rot. And I already told you in the beginning of this video that the problem I am having is where I am. It rains almost every day here, so I can't even escape that. All I can just do is keep planting and hoping that they stay long enough. These fresh parsley leaves are mine to use now. So I don't know if I'm the only one, but I have a problem with eating plants that have been unalived by nature. That's why I like to notice the signs of my parsley early, so that I can enjoy the leaves and also save the plant. But if it's too late for me to rescue the unalive plant, I cannot eat it. So I'm moving my parsley plants to a better location. I'm putting it here because I love how loose the soil is. See the way the shovel went in without force. And lettuce has the shortest lifespan ever. So when the lettuce is done, parsley will take over from here. I hope this video has helped you see all the things that you need to do to keep your parsley plants away from rot. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section. I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. But hold on, I want to show you how this soil collects and drains water easily, so that you can understand the type of soil that parsley loves. One thing to take home in this video is, if you do not like where you're growing, if you think that you are not performing and you are about to crumble where you are growing, no matter how big or no matter how old you are, you can move. You can leave that space.